Have you ever wondered how true power can be found in the quiet moments, rather than in constant chatter? In a world where everyone seems to be shouting to be heard, there's a hidden strength in choosing silence. Today, we're delving into the Stoic practice of harnessing silence, not as a form of withdrawal, but as a powerful tool to break down egos and dismantle the barriers people build around themselves. In this video, you'll learn how the deliberate choice to remain silent can transform heated conflicts, spark deep introspection, and ultimately empower you to lead with inner peace and integrity. Stay with us as we uncover why sometimes the loudest statement is made by simply holding back your words. Imagine standing at the center of a crumbling empire where the very institutions you once defended no longer align with your values. Picture Cato the Younger, a beacon of Stoic resolve in ancient Rome, who, when faced with Julius Caesar's overwhelming tyranny, made the bold decision to walk away from a Senate that was rapidly losing its moral compass. This isn't a tale of defeat. It is a powerful testament to the strength found in choosing one's own path over conformity. Today we explore the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to understand how walking away, whether from toxic relationships, unfulfilling jobs, or harmful situations, can be your greatest power. This isn't about running away from problems. It's about making a conscious decision to preserve your integrity, protect your inner peace, and create space for a more virtuous life. If you've ever felt trapped by circumstances that no longer serve you, or wondered if leaving might be the ultimate act of self-respect, you're about to discover why sometimes the bravest step is to simply walk away. In the tumult of ancient Rome, when power struggles were as common as the rise and fall of empires, one man's choice to walk away from a corrupt system became legendary. Cato the Younger, faced with the unchecked ambition of Julius Caesar, chose not to compromise his principles. Rather than support a regime that would ultimately erode the Republic's values, he withdrew from the Senate. This act was not one of surrender, but a powerful, intentional step toward preserving his integrity. Cato's decision teaches us that when the structures around us begin to crumble, when they stray from our core values, the act of walking away is a profound declaration of self-worth. It is a reminder that our true power lies in our ability to choose what we stand for, even if that means leaving behind what we once held dear. Before you can walk away, you must first recognize the toxic elements that sap your energy and diminish your well-being. A toxic environment can manifest in many forms: unhealthy relationships, constant criticism, manipulation, and disrespect from those who should uplift you, workplaces that drain you, environments where stress and negativity prevail, leaving you perpetually on edge, habits that no longer serve, patterns of behavior that keep you trapped in cycles of anxiety or self-doubt. I recall a period in my own life when I was deeply entangled in a friendship that, over time, became more of an emotional burden than a source of support. Despite years of shared history, I began to feel a persistent sense of discomfort and undervaluation. The realization hit me hard. Remaining in that relationship was no longer aligned with my pursuit of inner peace and personal growth. It was then that I made the conscious decision to step back, a decision that, while painful at first, ultimately paved the way for healthier and more fulfilling connections. One of the fundamental tenets of Stoic philosophy is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. We may not control external events or the actions of others, but we can control our responses. This perspective is liberating. It empowers you to detach from situations that trigger unnecessary pain. When you find yourself in environments that consistently undermine your peace, recognize that enduring such toxicity is neither virtuous nor necessary. Instead, focus on your inner state, on cultivating a mindset where your reactions are deliberate rather than impulsive. This ability to choose how you respond is at the heart of Stoic resilience. In my early career, I encountered a boss whose relentless criticism was demoralizing. Rather than allowing his words to dictate my self-worth, I learned to view them through a Stoic lens. His opinions were beyond my control, but my response was mine to choose. Over time, by focusing on my internal values and letting go of external negativity, I built a resilient mindset that not only preserved my peace, but also led to improved performance and personal growth. Walking away is often misconstrued as giving up, but in Stoicism, it is an act of immense strength. It requires self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and the courage to prioritize your long-term well-being over immediate comfort. Self-awareness: understand your values, limits, and triggers. Resilience: develop the inner fortitude to bounce back from adversity. Courage: confront the fear of loss or change by trusting in your ability to thrive independently. I once found myself overwhelmed by a long-standing partnership that had become increasingly one-sided. The decision to walk away was excruciating. It meant severing ties with a relationship I had invested in deeply. Yet, that choice ultimately reinforced my self-respect and catalyzed a period of profound personal growth. It wasn't about abandoning responsibility. It was about reclaiming control over my life and refusing to compromise on my values. Walking away isn't an abrupt exit. It's a gradual process that begins with setting clear, well-defined boundaries. Boundaries help you maintain your emotional stability and protect your inner peace. Self-reflection: regularly assess your interactions and determine which relationships or situations align with your values. Clear communication: express your boundaries calmly and assertively. For instance, if a colleague constantly interrupts you during meetings, a simple conversation about needing uninterrupted time can work wonders. Consistent enforcement: maintaining these boundaries is an ongoing process. When someone tests your limits, respond with consistency, not explosively, but firmly. A friend of mine, Sarah, used to tolerate constant interruptions in her team meetings because she feared confrontation. Over time, the cumulative effect eroded her confidence and productivity. When she finally mustered the courage to set clear boundaries, explaining to her team that uninterrupted time was essential for her contributions, the change was immediate. Not only did her work improve, but her colleagues also began to respect her space and opinions more fully. Sarah's story exemplifies how establishing and maintaining boundaries can transform both professional and personal dynamics. At the core of Stoicism is the idea that our happiness should not depend on external circumstances or validation. By developing self-reliance, you build emotional resilience that allows you to flourish regardless of what happens around you. Mindfulness and meditation: regularly practice mindfulness to center your thoughts and manage your emotional reactions. Personal goals: invest in activities and projects that align with your values and contribute to your growth. Self-care: prioritize your physical and mental well-being. When you take care of yourself, you fortify your ability to handle life's challenges. I used to measure my self-worth by how others treated me, often feeling drained when external validation was lacking. Over time, through daily mindfulness and focused self-care, I learned to derive satisfaction from my own achievements and inner strength. This shift not only made me more resilient, but also transformed how others perceived me. I became a person who exuded confidence and self-sufficiency, drawing people towards me in a way that was both natural and genuine. Choosing to walk away from toxicity or misaligned situations brings about profound long-term benefits. These benefits extend beyond immediate relief, contributing to a fuller, more meaningful life. Increased self-respect and integrity. When you align your actions with your values by walking away from what undermines you, your self-respect grows. This congruence between your beliefs and actions nurtures a deep sense of integrity. Improved mental health. Removing yourself from stress-inducing environments can lead to significant improvements in mental health. Chronic stress can take a toll on both your mind and body, so stepping away is a crucial step toward tranquility. Enhanced emotional stability. By detaching from toxic dynamics, you reduce emotional turbulence. This allows you to react to challenges with a composed, rational mindset, rather than being swept away by intense emotions. More energy and vitality. Toxic environments drain your energy. When you walk away, you free up that energy to invest in pursuits that align with your passions and values, leading to greater productivity and overall vitality. Opportunities for new growth. Detachment opens doors. Once you are no longer weighed down by negative influences, you have the freedom to explore new ideas, relationships, and projects that can catalyze personal growth. Deeper, more fulfilling relationships. By setting a precedent for what you will and will not tolerate, you naturally attract relationships based on mutual respect and genuine connection. Reinforced personal agency. Each decision to walk away is a reaffirmation of your personal agency, the power to shape your life in accordance with your values. It strengthens your resolve and empowers you to make choices that lead to a more fulfilling existence. I vividly remember a period when I was stuck in a long-term professional partnership that had become increasingly toxic. The environment was rife with constant stress and subtle manipulations that drained my creativity and willpower. After much contemplation, I decided to step away, a decision that initially brought a mix of regret and relief. Over time, however, I discovered that this bold move opened up a world of opportunities. I began to collaborate with new supportive teams, embarked on creative projects that truly inspired me, and gradually rebuilt a sense of self-worth that had been eroded by the previous environment. Walking away, I learned, was not about defeat. It was about reclaiming my narrative and choosing a path that resonated with my deepest values. Detachment in the Stoic sense isn't about becoming indifferent or closing yourself off from the world. It's a deliberate, ongoing process of evaluating your relationships and environments to ensure they align with your inner virtues. The Stoics believed that peace and personal freedom stem from living according to one's true values rather than external circumstances. Mindful reflection. Regularly assess your interactions and environments. Ask yourself, does this situation help me grow, or does it detract from my peace? Journaling can be an effective tool for this introspection. Gradual disengagement. Instead of abrupt exits, practice gradually reducing your emotional and physical investment in toxic situations. This measured approach minimizes disruption while preserving your well-being. Negative visualization. Embrace the Stoic exercise of contemplating the worst-case scenario. This practice helps reduce the fear of detachment and prepares you emotionally to let go. Establish boundaries. Clearly define and communicate what behavior you will no longer tolerate. Consistently enforcing these boundaries reinforces your commitment to your values and ensures that your environment supports your growth. Seek support. Build a network of trusted mentors and peers who share your values. Their guidance can provide alternative perspectives and bolster your resilience as you navigate the challenges of detachment. Self-care. Prioritize activities that nurture your body, mind, and soul. Regular exercise, meditation, proper sleep, and healthy eating are not just habits, they're essential pillars of a Stoic life that values inner peace above all. For me, detaching from toxic environments was a gradual yet profoundly liberating process. I recall the moment when I realized that my relentless effort to please everyone was costing me my peace. I began to set boundaries, reassess my commitments, and gradually withdraw from relationships and situations that no longer supported my growth. The process was neither swift nor painless, but with each step, I reclaimed more of my energy and self-respect. Over time, I found that by living in alignment with my values, I not only improved my own life, but also began attracting relationships that were more balanced, supportive, and enriching. At the core of Stoicism is the belief that we are the masters of our fate through our choices. Walking away is a profound exercise in personal agency. It's a decision made not out of fear or failure, but out of a deep commitment to living according to your values. Every time you choose to walk away from a toxic situation, you reinforce your capacity to shape your life proactively, to create a space where your inner peace and dignity are preserved. Your ability to walk away is the ultimate expression of self-respect. It signals that you are not willing to compromise on your values or allow external pressures to dictate your worth. This act of walking away, repeated over time, builds a resilient and empowering foundation for a life of freedom and integrity. I once faced a particularly draining period at a workplace where negative energy and constant criticism were the norm. Despite my efforts to contribute positively, I realized that staying meant sacrificing my mental well-being. With a heavy heart but clear resolve, I made the decision to leave. That choice, though difficult, marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where I could pursue opportunities that honored my talents and supported my growth. The resulting transformation in my career and personal life was a powerful reminder that sometimes walking away is not only the right choice, it's the only choice that preserves your true self. When you choose to walk away from what no longer serves you, you set in motion a series of long-term benefits that ripple through every aspect of your life. Enhanced self-respect and integrity. By leaving behind environments that compromise your values, you affirm your self-worth and build a foundation of integrity. Improved mental and emotional health. Reducing exposure to chronic stress and toxicity allows your mind to return to a state of calm, facilitating clearer thinking and better decision-making. Greater emotional stability. Walking away reduces the emotional turbulence that comes from toxic interactions, leading to a more balanced and resilient inner state. Increased energy and vitality. Freeing yourself from draining situations means you have more energy to invest in activities and relationships that truly nourish you. Opportunities for new growth. Detachment opens up space for new ideas, relationships, and projects that align with your true aspirations, catalyzing continuous personal development. Deeper, more authentic relationships. By setting clear boundaries, you attract and maintain relationships built on mutual respect, where both parties are committed to personal growth and emotional support, reinforcement of personal agency. Every decision to walk away strengthens your belief in your own power to shape your life, leading to a more proactive and fulfilling existence. The long-term impact of walking away transcends mere avoidance of negativity. It is a powerful affirmation of your right to live a life of purpose, balance, and virtue. By choosing to walk away, you are not only protecting your inner peace, but also creating the space for a future filled with opportunities, authentic connections, and boundless personal growth. Let's distill the essence of today's message into a few core insights. Integrity over conformity. Cato's example reminds us that true power comes from staying true to your values, even when it means leaving behind familiar structures that no longer support your integrity. Recognize toxicity. Identifying and distancing yourself from environments, relationships, or habits that drain your energy is essential for preserving your well-being. Self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Regular self-reflection helps you understand your values, limits, and emotional triggers, enabling you to make decisions that align with your long-term goals. The courage to walk away. Walking away is an act of moral bravery. It requires the strength to prioritize your inner peace over external expectations and to set healthy boundaries. Long-term benefits. By choosing to detach from toxicity, you enhance your self-respect, improve your mental health, foster more authentic relationships, and reinforce your personal agency. Growth and new opportunities. When you clear the space in your life, you invite new, enriching experiences and relationships that align with your true purpose. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that our power lies not in clinging to the old, but in having the courage to let go. Each step away from what no longer serves you is a step toward a life of greater clarity, resilience, and freedom. Your decision to walk away is an affirmation that you value your inner peace and personal growth above all else. Thank you for exploring the transformative power of silence with us today. As we've seen, embracing silence isn't about shunning communication. It's about choosing when to speak and when to let your inner wisdom shine. By mastering this art, you can diffuse conflicts, foster meaningful introspection, and build a foundation of strength and respect in all your relationships. If you found these insights inspiring, imagine what even deeper Stoic strategies can do for your life. In our next video, we'll dive further into advanced techniques for building emotional resilience and mastering mindful communication. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next step on your journey to true self-mastery. Until then, keep embracing the quiet and let your inner voice lead the way.